All right, today we are going to get to add some texture for the straw and also some patches and some buttons. Texture is how something feels. So you guys are going to get to pick out two buttons. You can either use them for the eyes. They don't have to match. If your scarecrow's bigger, maybe you want to put them for the overalls, or if there's somewhere else you want to put them. You'll get to have two, and you can pick out small ones or big ones. I'll come around and I'll have a little container with lots of buttons. This one's kind of really big. That looks kind of interesting. So you guys will get to choose. There's lots of different fun ones in here. Now when you attach these, we're going to use this sponge that has glue in it. You're just going to push down with that side, and we'll put that on top of our eye. And it should have enough glue on the back of it, so when it dries, it should be stuck. We'll see. If there's some really bumpy buttons, we might have to use a little bit more glue. And now I'm going to create some patches. So I have lots of different types of these papers. These are fun. You get to choose one. You don't get to choose all of these. I'm just going to have these out, and you'll be able to come up and choose one that you think will look nice with your picture. So I'm going to choose this one, and I am just going to cut one long side. I might not even need all of this. And I'm just going to make some squares because I want to have a few patches maybe on his overalls. I'm going to put that inside of my little container. I'm just gently going to push down on it, and then I'll get the perfect amount of glue on the other side. And then I'm going to put it where I want it on my scarecrow. And I'm just pushing. I'm not pounding on my scarecrow. I don't want to do that to him. I'm going to cut another piece. Maybe I want it a little bit smaller. Maybe I want a patch on his hat. Oh, you know what? I turned this over and I see that there's a different color on this side. I think that looks neat too. So I'm going to use the other side. Some of them have two different sides. So now I've got a patch on his hat. I've got a patch on his pants. Maybe I want to put another patch on his arm. I'm only cutting straight lines because I am creating rectangles and squares. All right, so now his eyes are glued down. He's got some patches. I've got a lot extra. If I have some extra, I can bring it back and someone else might be able to use it. And I'm also going to create some straw. So I'm going to cut a couple of these long yellow pieces. Now I have a few of these cut. And I can either bend these to make them look like a zigzag fold. You can see I'm bending them back and forth. I've got 3 of them together. So that kind of looks like it's got a little bit of texture now. You can see that looks kind of interesting. And I'm going to take these. Actually, I don't think I want them that long, so I'm going to cut some of them off. I'll use those other parts later. I'm going to take my glue. I'm going to push one side into the glue, and then I'm just going to put it right where I want that little straw to look like it's poking out. So I'm going to put a couple right here. You can see it kind of sticks out a little bit, like it's real straw. Might get those a little bit more bent up. I might put some coming out of his hat. I'll probably definitely put some on the other side. So he's got straw coming out of both arms, his legs, his hat, and then he'll have lots and lots of texture on him to make it look like he's got actual straw, and then these buttons you can actually feel. And then we will be finished with our scarecrows.